Shalom, shalom. Call on Naya, how about Shem Shai, by Shem Akwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Lord, witness us as edifying, straight to the point. The name of the true only Father is Yahweh, meaning He is Yahweh Shai, being He delivers, He saves. And getting right into it, by Shem Akwadash, being the Holy Spirit. We're gonna read this article real quick. I'm sure this is nothing new to anyone, but I'm gonna go ahead and read this article and bring out a few scriptures. What's going on in the land of Levi, or Haiti. It says criminal gangs are more powerful than Haiti's state forces. So in other words, these people are not having no regard for their kings nor their princes, having attacked prisons and the airport, serving the country's capital, forcing businesses and schools to close, and driving an estimated 15,000 from their homes in Port-au-Prince, so which is the capital. Port-au-Prince in Haiti, if you was to look at like New York, for example, Port-au-Prince would be Manhattan, and imagine Manhattan having all-out chaos. That's what's going on over there right now. Salaki for the seatbelt, son. So let me go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe, destruction to the world and to them that dwell therein. That's right. Because destruction, all out chaos is coming on, man. A time like never before. We hoping Jacob's trouble, come to pass. And, this is looming. And this is kind of manifesting itself. The Lord is allowing these prophecies to come by and move quicker. And, to speak. Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall not tarry. So, yeah, at one point, these prophecies, they look slow for a bit. And you're wondering, when, if, how, what. But now, man, they're not slack. They're on the way. And we're seeing Haiti fall first because that's the weakest country on this side, of the West. So the great kingdoms like Babylon is going to take a little bit of gradualism. It's going to take a little bit of knocking. But like they say, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. That's why this place is going to be utterly destroyed. You see, Haiti's falling, but it's not really big news because your whole entire life you heard about Haiti's struggle. But keeping it real, man, as a Levi myself, Haiti has never been this bad, man. It's been famines, yeah, it's been earthquakes, yeah, it's been glimpses, it's been awful times. Don't get that mistaken for 2 seconds. But the times we're in right now, you could tell that Haiti will never be fixed. It took a turning point that no one could fix, man. Babylon the Great, it has its own war and its own problem to fix, to be going in and meddling in the affairs of another country, For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, So weapons of destruction, a way that can destroy a society has come near, And how could a society be destroyed? Gangs rising up against the forces, lawlessness breaking up. No more unity in society, per se. No more civilization as they know it. People doing what they're supposed to do and having morals and keeping the land of the law. Nah, man. And that's what's coming to Babylon the Great. And everyone knows it, man. People of the world, 2/3 of our people, and more so, who knows it in-depthly and who's always doing it? The elect, the apostles and the elders, on down, since years and years and years ago, man, bringing this thing out. And now people can't rebuttal if you say something about this place going down. All they could do is agree with you. I remember like maybe within the last 2 years, year and a half, we were explaining to someone on the highways and byways about World War III coming, and Russia and all this stuff wasn't so big on a large scale. Israel and all that stuff ain't pop off yet. UK and America wasn't, joining forces. Yemen wasn't acting a fool yet. But now, he sees, exactly what the hell we was talking about. If he has any spiritual inkling to himself. And one people shall stand up and fight against another and swords in their hand. That's right. You got this gang, that gang. You got the civilians. You got the rebels. You got the government, quote unquote, even though there isn't one. What else do you got? Oh, you got different forces coming in. You got UN troops. You got Kenyan troops over there. So it's just confusion over there, man. For the most part. And that's why I cannot stand. Because in the book of Matthew chapter 12, it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And the land of Levi, that's not an innocent land, and of course, the elect is going to be taken up out of them, or whoever needs to be, spared from judgment. But, Levites, they known for what? To have Genesis chapter 49, verse 5, to be in the wicked land, practicing wickedness, along with Simeon's land. And they had a very successful year. So-called Dominicans, they had about 10 million, I believe, visitors come through last year. They're big on sex tourism. And I ain't trying to knock them, they got beautiful beaches, they got this, that, and the third, so they made some good money, and their economy is able to flourish. But they're not going to give a helping hand, because NK has the evil eye towards SK. But also, they can't save Haiti. Yeah, it's a beautiful place over there, but Dominica could fall overnight. Dominican Republic, because Dominica is a whole different country. That's a country in the Lesser Antilles. So I believe it's a Benjamite country, if I'm not mistaken. They speak probably patois and stuff like that. Probably a mix of things. Continuing on, swords in their hand, and that's exactly what you got going on over there, man. Niggas got M15, M16s, weapons of mass destruction. These people don't even got good food to go around, but they got enough bullets and powerful weapons to cause, people to lose their lives. So continuing on in this article, and that 15,000, when it gets to a bigger, you gotta understand there's Levites. Levi done escaped that land for the most part. A lot of Levites done. They disperse. They done went to Babylon. They done went to France, Europe. Jake be scattering everywhere. But they gonna feel the pinch. Everywhere is gonna feel the pinch. You can run, but you can't hide. It says, "Woe to the world, to them that dwell therein," man. Jacob's trouble. It's gonna fall upon everywhere, because when the top dog is struggling, all the little dogs are gonna be struggling, because off of the top dog is how they pretty much get they get the crumbs, and the crumbs is what keeps them going. That's why they tell you it's a privilege to be in Babylon the Great, because this place is like all the way developed for the most part, but it's about to be all the way de-developed. It's about to be broken down. Continuing this article real quick, we'll probably get it's not long, so we'll probably get we'll probably finish it or get 2-3 more paragraphs. The UN top human rights official warned Wednesday that the situation in Haiti was beyond unattainable. In other words, it's out of their hand. In other words, it's at the end. The country has fallen. Scriptures say Babylon the Great has fallen. It has fallen. That's what's going to come to this place, man. Ultimately it's going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. But this is the first chip. When you a sculpture, and you sculpting something, you chipping it away. This is the first chip that this place will be chipped out, man. This place is being chipped out to be a Tesla fire, to be a desert and uninhabitable land. It's from the big muscles, and they're chipping it away to be a coffin. Everyone wants a bunker, an expensive coffin. Noting that more than 1,190 people had been killed since the start of 2024 alone, man. But the chaos and bloodshed started long before the small and deeply impoverished Caribbean nation. International efforts to send help have thus far gone nowhere. So, you see the airport is messed up, going to show you, let's keep getting scriptures. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They're not sparing them out there, man. You think one person out there is starving is considering having morals for the next man, that has something? Absolutely not. He's got to eat. You already got little demons within each other, within society, man. You never know someone's true intentions until they lose it. When people lose it, they say. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes. That's right. They're the powerful people of governments, within their society, whether that be the prime minister, the president. And Haiti don't even got a president. How laughable of a place is that, man? And people think, voodoo and all that stuff is beneficial. If it was so, Haiti wouldn't be in the state that it is. But that's going to show you that that's the Levites, man. That's not Levi or Levi, how Amalek, tries to fit himself in there, man. They shall not regard kings or princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. They're going to do what the hell as they please, because this is prophecy. So the Lord going to drive these different spirits to do these different wicked things. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, man. That's the point right there. How the hell are you going to be able to go into a city if there's no transportation and there's no passage routes? If they block things, like martial law stops, you might have UN troops, having a blockade somewhere. But, a big way for Haitians to get things is through via airport. And the major airport in the capital is gone. Gangs have gotten on the runway and they're shooting at planes and stuff like that. Come on, man. Ain't nobody's going to want to go out there and help, So they're going to have to eat each other. Ain't nobody about to be delivering aid out there. You see what's going on in Gaza. So-called aid is being delivered out there, and people are coming together to grab the aid, and they being shot. They being ethnically cleansed. And Amalek, y'all the lowest of the lows. That's why Scripture said, we had perpetual hatred. They had perpetual hatred against them, and from generation to generation, we war against them, man. Amalek, y'all gonna be, because y'all faked it the most. Y'all done a lot of wickedness, so y'all gonna pay for it, man. You guys are gonna be embarrassed on a large scale. For because of their pride, the cities there shall be troubled, the houses shall be troubled, the men shall be afraid. If the men are gonna be afraid, how much more so the women, man? You probably got pregnant women out there running, women with kids getting left behind. Probably hiding kids in a certain area, thinking you can go back and find them. Chaos, man. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Tucker, Below is 700 miles U.S. soldiers. What's happened recently in Haiti? Bear with me, Babu Shah. I'm trying to get some good points rather than just read a whole bunch of gibberish. But as you've seen, it says, prison houses were emptied. And I believe through the Spirit that's going to happen in Babylon the Great, because if you guys know anything about Hurricane Katrina, let me bring this up here. Hurricane Katrina, bear with me, Babu Kasha. Hurricane Katrina, prisoners. Yep. They had this situation where they left a whole bunch of prisoners while they was flooding, man. So they're going to be cognizant of, like, okay, if shit in the fan, these things can't go out there like no more, man. Whether if y'all put people on house arrest bans or let people go home. When COVID happened, guess what? A lot of people got sent home. Depending on your charges, the less aggravated they are, the more of a chance you're going to have to go home, because, it's so packed in there. And, that would be a bad name on Babylon the Great. They're already known for the highest incarceration rate in America. And if they need troops, they need men on the ground, they're gonna be taking men out of them prison houses to be sent to the front lines. When Hurricane Katrina, an extremely destructive, deadly Category 5 hurricane, struck the Gulf Coast, or New Orleans Parish Sheriff's Hospital abandoned the jail, leaving around 650 prisoners in the cells with no access to food, water, or ventilation for days. So I'm pretty sure, those people were compensated, they were taken care of, but New Orleans people, they had a bad rep, the police department, but they had to move in haste. But in these times to come, these guards seeing what's going on. If you see it's the end of time, ain't no one's gonna just say, what, just in case things get better, we're gonna leave you prisoners in here. Nah, man. And that's what's gonna make Jacob's Trouble even a lot more worse, because you already have demons out here running around. But when these more demons get released, and people don't know how much demons in there, boy, Jake in there is spoiled, and they ready to put their hands in the neck of Esau Edom. Bear with me, Babu Shah. I'm gonna go to verse 19. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. And that's right, because of great tribulation, they're going to be rising up against one another, because of famine. And it's funny because the poorest country on the east side of the world is going through havoc as well, Yemen. They being hit with certain things, but of course they have their Arabian brothers, So at some point they're going to assimilate, and they're going to come against Amalek, because, their Palestinian brothers, so-called, are being persecuted. And speaking as a man and speaking through the Spirit, forget them Palestinians as well. It's two different nations fighting over a land that's not theirs, you know? So it's not going to be peace until it's cleansed out and those who are supposed to be in that land are in that land. Because when the people that are supposed to be in that land are there, shall be no more wars learned no more, man. You know? It says in Ashdod, Ashdod shall be trodden down by a bastard, roughly paraphrasing. Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6 says, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the prides of the Philistines. And we know the Philistines, you know, in the scriptures going back, you know, is the Hamites, Salakia. But, you know, that's what's going down. You know, our land ain't being ruled in what's the word? In holiness. It's not being ruled by the laws of the Bible. Why? Because Tel Aviv is, I believe, at least top 3, top 5 homosexual countries, man. And the book of Leviticus tells us, you know, that's going off. Tel Aviv is also home to major pedophiles, you know, and that's going off, you know, touching little kids and how they do things, man. They out there doing oral circumcision. Every day you got these different pastors getting arrested for being found out to be touching little girls and little boys, you know. So for all that wickedness that they've been trying to hide, they got to pay for it. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. Malachi chapter 1, verse 1, the burning of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Yasharallah by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord Yahweh? Yeah, I love Jacob. You know, so the Lord has a favorite. You know, so those who are going to be coming into power, man. More so the elect, first and foremost. You know, that's how this is going to be a translation of power. This is what we're seeing. You know, we're seeing the elect becoming more stronger in their faith. We're seeing them becoming more powerful in their faith. You know, because that's going to be the new currency for the time coming, you know, until, you know, salvation is brought upon. It's brought upon the elect. And then guess what? They're going to be in rulership. They're going to be in power. Esau, Edom going to be forsaken. They're going to be Tanakh. I hated Esau. I Joshua. You know, you so-called, you know, white people. And it's not by the color of your skin. You know, it's by your bloodline. And, you know, them inside, they call them what? Inside out Oreos, you know, them white boys with flavor, you know, this, that, and the third. You know, it's not about your skin type, like I said. You know, it's about your bloodline, you know, your spirit. How do you feel about the so-called Native Americans and blacks and Hispanics, you know, being treated in this land? You know, do you think it should be forgiven? Or do you think, you know, there should be vengeance, man? Wherein Edom said, we are impoverished, but we return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And these people, they're knocking down Gaza. And the elder Malcolm, he puts people on game on this, man. He put me on game on this. It's so they could build something called a Ben-Gurion Canal, which will bring more water and more money into their land of Israel. Con. And that's not gonna be possible. Why I say so through the Spirit is because at the end of time, when you're at war, there's no time to be constructing shit. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing like that, man. Stop playing. So bear with me, Baba Kashar. Because Jake, they be seeing things eye to eye with Esau Edom. They be wanting Esau Edom to be on the same level as them. But it'll never be like that. You know, the Lord didn't set us up to be even. You know, the Lord set, you know, one to serve the other. You know, the Lord set the wicked right now, you know, to be in rulership and to oppress the poor, which is Yasharallah. And the only way you can get even, or the only way you can get payback is not via money. Money would never cover the trauma that we've been through. You know, through the Spirit, my mom was asking me this morning, do you know why, what was the question? Bear with me. Do you know why people laugh? Black people laugh when they do you know why they run when they laugh? It's because they wasn't allowed to laugh in captivity. That's also another reason why people are afraid to swim. You know, because you have them traumatized moments. Not all of our people don't know how to swim. You have great swimmers, man. Michael Phelps may be a Jake, man. But what I was gonna say is, is because, you know, we was getting thrown overboard in them waters, man. Why we don't like gators? Why we afraid of certain animals, pit bulls and things of that sort? Because they used to set those kind of animals and things upon us. You know, feed us to gators. That's why you got pick a nigger, picnic Salakia. That comes from pick a nigger. You got hush puppies. That comes from throwing cornballs and foods at puppies. You know, while we escape certain plantations, so they didn't make noise. You know, going to show you. That's Jake for you, man. That's Yaiquab. You know, it's a planter. That's that finesse kid. You know, Jake is wise, man. But this is gonna be the true payback. You know, it's putting you guys back in chains, man. The same way you guys do our people, man. And slavery ain't really go nowhere. It's just been rebranded. You got these paper yokes. You got these prison houses being filled. You know, you got Jake working 9 to 5 forever and ever and ever and ever. You know. And it reads, Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. Starting at verse 9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. So if you have understanding, you got a brain, you know, open it up. Put your thinking caps on, because this is what it says. It says, geez, what is that? Bear with me, Baba Kushah. Okay. I see what that is. He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Did not Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68 say that these people, you know, took us, you know, from a certain part of the land and brought us into another place of captivity? Did not we leave from West Africa and being dispersed into Brazil, being dispersed into Babylon the Great, being dispersed into Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Cuba, Venezuela, so forth and so on, man. We went as far east as Japan. We went as far north as Poland. We went as far south as South America, man. You know, so our people are everywhere. I want to show you, we the true people. We've been in the hands of our oppressors, you know, trying to till their land and make them richer. That's why they're so far ahead of us, because they've been making money off our backs forever. And SK think they the only one that, you know, done been through hardship, you know, but NK went through it before us. You know, there was already head start into it. You know, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, man. You know, they came upon Gad and Reuben with the Gatling gun, you know, just eliminating them. Man, y'all gonna be eliminated by chariot fire, man. Chariot laser beams, man. Heavenly weapons, you know. What's that one quote? You mortals with your mortal weapons, something like that. You Homo sapiens with your mortal weapons. Hey, the Lord got weapons of indignation for y'all. Nuclear missiles, you know, fervent heat that shall burn elements. So how much more your skin? Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? You know, the Israelites, man. Yasharallah. You know, the elect. That's right, man. So this is true payback, man. So we're living in a beautiful time, like Revelation chapter 19 says. The spirit of prophecy is the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So we look forward to these things and we cheer about these things coming to pass. 19 verse 10, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, worship the Most High, for this testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So, yeah, we keep our Clark Kent on. You know, we ain't out here walking, you know, going to work telling them, you know, death to America like a Arab, you know, but we chanting down this place, and you can see, you know, day by day, as the men of the Lord get their work done, you know, they go on the highways week by week, day by day, they do their sit downs. This place just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. But with that, you know, may Haiti, you know, keep going into turmoil and leading into the next place. So, you know, the greatest kingdom right now, which is Babylon on the side, could fucking be destroyed. But with that, shalom.